So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcasts. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Alex.
Cody.
August.
And I'm Ryan, and we're Until I Wake.
and we're asking some questions today about their upcoming album, Inside My Head. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
Awesome. Stoked.
Incredible.
Yeah, it feels great. Everyone's super pumped.
Fuck yeah.
Be awesome when it finally releases.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Album rocks so hard.
Yes.
Can't stress that enough. Of
Oh yeah, thank you.
course.
Did you guys get a sneak peek at like the whole thing?
God, whole thing. Listen to
Yeah.
the whole thing earlier.
Alex,
Okay, so then it's even
Hell
better.
yeah.
Yeah. From front
Yeah.
to back, it's like a musical and emotional roller coaster. That's what I say.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say you got to listen to the album from the first song to the very last. You can't skip because everything kind of like blends in a perfect way with each other. So
hmm
There's no skips anyway.
no,
Exactly.
True.
Don't put it on shuffle,
Yeah.
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. So is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the meaning behind the album title is kind of just self-explanatory or of I don't know. Yeah, it's just stuff that's inside my head. And then the art was just kind of like just your inner demons or something like that are in your head.
Perfect.
You're trying fighting your inner demons or something like that.
Yeah.
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 All right. So can you guys tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
So last
basically it's
year, right?
yeah, we started in January of last year. Was it? I think
Yeah,
so.
January last year, we spent the first month in the studio working on the album. Basically, like, I'm pretty sure we had a little bit of instrumentals already ready, for
Yeah.
Cody to like lay down the vocals too. So basically, we're tightening all that up, working on more like finishing the songs, adding the vocals and all that. And basically, we finished the entire album worth of instrumentals and then returned in October of last year. And that's basically when we put the rest of it all together. So we basically spent 2 months in the studio, just divided them up amongst the whole year, which was kind of cool because we went in at the end of the year with like a fresh mindset. It's not like we spent 2 months back to back in the studio where things got like stale or we got like anxious or like whatever, we're just sitting there every day for 2 months straight. Instead of doing that, it felt good to kind of break up the album between the beginning of the year, the end of the year. We all learn and grow as the year goes on, of course. So
Yeah.
going in there with fresh ears, listening to everything, reworking things and adding to things. It was awesome.
So
Yeah, usually it starts with the instrumental and then Cody goes back and writes, melodies and vocals over it. But like Ryan said, it was nice to actually take that gap of time between starting the writing and then finishing it because everybody grew so much in that time period, as songwriters and everything, that it only made it better, versus if we had to do the whole thing in a consecutive
Yeah.
year, 2 months.
It was good for me too because I needed like a mental kind of break for like lyric writing, like so it allowed me to kind of recharge my lyrical batteries, so that was nice.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Am I right, kind of like following this, you guys wrote a majority of this in the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you guys prefer writing like that instead of coming in with songs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I like the pressure of being in the studio when we're like when we're all like, all right, we gotta nail this, and like we're all like in work mode and we're all like going into overdrive and getting stuff done is always sick. But sometimes I do like, at least for instrumentals, but sometimes I definitely like when the instrumentals come together that way, but sometimes lyrically it's tough to write like on the spot in the studio, and I need like a couple weeks sometimes with a song to
Makes
really flesh it out and make sure it's exactly how I want it.
Fair enough.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's kind of nice being in the studio though, doing it too at the same time, because it's like, like the studio's in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like there's bars around, there's nothing else to do. So it's like you're kind of forced to just work
Yeah.
Yeah, no distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Cody, it's very beneficial to, be able to have a little bit of wiggle room, So
Yeah. In addition to, I think that our reasoning for like liking to write at the studio the most is because basically we're all stuck there and we wake up, we vibe out, we figure out like how does everybody feel today, like collectively, and then that'll kind of create like the mood of the song. So it's like we're in a pissed off kind of mood. We want to write a pissed song and everybody's on board. Then it's like, all right, we're gonna write a banger, write a pissed off song, whatever. If everybody's in like kind of like some other sort of like emotional mood, then it's like next thing you know, we'll write an emotional song, vibe out to that. And that's kind of how I like, when we all function at the studio, is kind of like we build off each other's vibe and whatever's going on. And the chemistry is so good that it's like, we're gonna write something sick together.
Yeah.
For sure. That's amazing. I love that. Really
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So what song off this album took longest to write, and which one is each of your own personal favorite?
Took the longest to write? Oh man, I don't know. I'll tell you which one took the shortest to write, and that was
Okay.
that song, the actual song Inside My Head. I think we wrote that in like 2 days. And then it ended up, we
Okay.
ended up loving it, and then I ended up using that one as the title track for the album because I liked it so much, and I kind of liked the message behind what that was about. I felt like it fully encompassed, going back to that other question about like what's the album mean and all, I feel like it just kind of fully encompasses what everything on the album's about. But as for what took the longest to write,
That's hard to say because we said earlier, we took a big gap of time in between the writing process. So I feel like it's hard to say because the songs were already started and mostly instrumentally finished, but they definitely changed significantly from the first, month of writing to the second month of writing. It's hard to say.
I guess maybe if you consider going in and doing edits, maybe Bluebeam, I guess, would have taken the longest.
Yeah.
Because we had like a lot going on in Bluebeam originally, and a lot got taken out. Like we had a lot of cool like sci-fi, like fantasy type sounds in there. And when we returned that song to like the rest of the team, collectively, I guess that we all decided to take a lot of it out. Wow. we had like some Halo sounding plasma pistols in the song.
They're like, take that shit out.
There's a lot of cool little sounds in there that ended up getting taken out of the song.
Oh man.
Yeah, it sucks.
It was a bummer, but at the same time, like I feel like listening to it now, it probably feels like it was best for the song.
Fair enough.
And I think you should release that as an alternate version. That's just me.
The Halo version.
That's going to be the one that gets the music video, like the CGI music video where we're all running around shooting these pistols and stuff.
And the personal favorites.
Like, I think it's either For the Record or Reasons. They're just both such great songs, honestly. It's hard to pick. What about you guys?
I like Bluebeam the most because it's the most ridiculous song I think that we've made.
My favorite too.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff's like it's like rock driven, and then Bluebeam comes on as soon as it hits in after those first cymbal hits, like it's like, oh Jesus Christ, where are we going? So yeah, it's definitely my favorite song. It's just fucking chaotic.
Hell yeah.
I'd say for me, I mean, it was Forsaken. I think as far as metalcore goes on the album, I think it's Forsaken. I think that low key, maybe Legacy might be my favorite because I feel like it's kind of the underdog of the album. And it was also the last track that we wrote and threw on the album. So it was kind of unexpected too. And like the whole song's pretty jammy. And then like next thing you know, it's got this like, I feel like it's like a System of a Down, like fake down. It's not a full breakdown, but a fake down in it. It gets a little bit weird and stuff. And I think I like that too. So I feel like maybe I like Legacy the most. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
All right.
Buddy.
my favorite, I gotta dude, I love Octane, man.
Octane is sick.
I love all of them, but man, I just feel like Octane is like one of the songs I'm most proud of writing, I would say.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Love that.
So how'd the track list for the album come about? Did you guys write the opener be the opener, closer be a closer, shuffle around, see what fits? What was that process like?
Yeah, basically, yeah, we shuffled them around at the end. We kind of, after we were done with all the recording and edits, then yeah, it was time to figure out like the order. So we just listened to all of them a billion times and figured out which way they would fit best. So yeah, it was a post thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, perfect. So would you guys be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating this record?
Everywhere. I don't know.
All the places.
Pissed off, emotional,
Mm-hmm.
hyped up,
Oh yeah.
tons of emotion and
Oh,
tons
yeah.
of excitement.
I think that I know me and August were kind of going through, we're kind of like dealing with like crappy relationships or something like that. So I know there's a lot of stuff that has to do with that on the record.
Yeah, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of things like that tossed into it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sadness. You know, so,
Yeah.
yeah, we were both going through a pretty hard time with that at that time. So, I'm glad we were because you know it as much as it sucked at the time, it definitely helped write some great songs. So,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Hope you guys are
Yeah.
doing better now.
Mhm.
oh hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? Should they do it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is it a workout album, party album? What do you personally recommend?
Ooh,
All of
Hard.
the above.
I
Oh,
think you should do whatever you are going to. If you're a gym person, then you should put that thing on in the gym, man. If you're a runner, you should go run around the block and listen to. You should do whatever is going to release the most dopamine in your brain when you're listening to it. That's the way you should listen to it.
I feel like that. I feel like I want people to cry to this album. I want people to break up with their girlfriend to this album. I want them to fight their siblings to the album, and mostly cry because I feel like the sad song on the album is one of my favorites. I
Yeah.
cried to it every time. I
Yeah.
listen to it.
What's the sad song?
Undeserving.
Oh yeah, that's a
Fucking song.
The song you wrote.
Yeah.
What's the sad song?
sad. There's a lot of sad ones. That
that's
is
the
the sad
saddest one.
That's
Yeah,
got
I would-
a violin
I-
in it. That makes it very sad.
Yeah, I would say the best way to listen to it is in a car, cresting about 7 o'clock at night, going for a drive, and just put it on front to back. That's the way I listen to it.
Yeah.
It's the best way, just to really. You're not really. I mean, obviously, hopefully, you're focusing on the road, but then you have the music playing. You can like really just let it set in. That's my favorite way to listen to it. So do it anyway.
go drive at night and listen to Reasons. I'm telling you, it's a
I would
vibe.
not do that.
Oh
You're
yeah.
either gonna stay on the road or drive off a cliff. So don't
Yep.
do it all.
Stay on the road, please.
Yeah.
Mostly probably listen at the gym or something. I feel like most of the times that we get tagged in content, it's people lifting weights.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's true.
a lot of people tell us that we're on their like gym playlists.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your heads, I want you guys to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. 3 words each, no more, no less.
Mm.
The best album.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Most anticipated album, but nobody knows it.
There you go.
Holy fucking shit! That's all I
Love
got.
that one. Mhm.
I'd have to say sad, angry, and cathartic.
Ooh,
All
that's a
right.
good one too.
Hell
In
yeah.
all
Answers all around.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I look at it. But
Fair enough. So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
I want them to, everyone relates to different songs differently. I think people apply different lyrics to different things, so it could mean something different to different people. So I guess, I don't know if I want them to feel certain. I want them to feel like they can relate to the song, and then whatever emotion that is, hopefully that they're able to connect with it in that way.
Yeah, you kind of hit that on the head. Yeah, it's kind of feel the way you want to. Some songs that get you pumped might make you sad, or vice versa. So however it hits you, even like let us know, and we
I
might
just want you to
do that.
connect to it.
Yeah. just connect to it and the way you're feeling in that time and what it does to you. So
Like that.
Love that. All right. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
Getting finished with it and getting ready to release it. That's my favorite memory.
All right. Yeah.
I gotta say, like, the experience of being, cooped up in the studio, working on it together, like, that was fucking amazing. I love being in the studio, and it was cool to be like, just, us, the band, group of guys doing what we do in the studio for a month. It was incredible. So I think that's mine.
I feel like it's either the second part we write to every song, or when Cody starts putting the vocals on the song and we get the feeling like, okay, that's where it's going. That's always the best feeling.
Here's where the finished product leads
that
to.
is a good feeling because I mean, when I'm like writing it and I'm hearing it in my head, it's one thing, and then once we start tracking the vocals and I'm actually like hearing it, I'd say that's probably like the best feeling. I don't know, like, as for best memory, I don't have like a specific memory. I think I just like hanging out with our producers because we've become really good close friends with our actual producers. We stay in their house / studio and we work on music all day together, and then when we're done we work out and play games and watch movies and have a great time. So it's just like having a slumber party as adults for like a month straight. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty much all the studio is.
Yeah, right.
Oh, also, one of my favorite parts too of writing this album is in the intro when Cody kills me.
Yeah, that's pretty
That was a fun.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
that was a very fun day to record. Was that whole intro monologue, that goofy monologue?
Love that. Some Ice Nine Kills kind of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Oh,
Sun chips.
Nutty bars.
Yeah, Ryan always goes for the nutty bars.
No, it's August. I go for sun chips. Or if we're getting food, it's Subway tuna sub every time.
Yeah.
If it's chips, I go for the barbecue twist Frito Lays. Those are fucking delicious.
Those sound good.
But yeah, food, I'll just eat anything that's available and seems decent. So
Fair enough.
That's fair. I respect it.
I'm wondering if we could guess before Cody answers. Can any of us guess what Cody's go-to is?
Yeah, what do I usually get? Because I feel like I can't really
energy drinks and a Met RX protein bar.
I get the MetaRx protein bars. Yeah, I usually go for like a protein bar or something like that.
And then he can't sleep, and then he's mad all day.
And then a beer, depending on the time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Perfect. So on the topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be and why?
Oh shit!
The band was a dish and be a gourmet filet mignon
with a side of just grass and leaves for August.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
August is the vegan.
Yeah.
So he can't be a filet mignon, but
no. But the rest of us, though.
No, he's a filet carrot kind of guy.
August, we'll put a side salad on the plate for you.
Yeah.
Just don't let it touch the meat.
No, that's tough.
God damn it.
I'd say a nice hearty steak because we're all pretty hearty men.
Yeah.
Even August, even though he's vegan, but we're strong in our beliefs and we keep doing what we're doing. So yeah, I would say big old.
They make vegan steak.
Yeah, they do, and it's really fucking good too. Actually,
made out of dog shit. And,
peanuts ground up.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, buddy.
This is what I deal with every goddamn day.
I sympathize with you. I am also a vegan man.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's all right. I love it.
You're on the radar now too.
Oh no.
Shane, you're next.
It's your favorite thing to eat.
Yeah.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Well, I'm gonna go with an IPA or whiskey for the drink, and then like a strong ass IPA, something, something strong as fuck. And then for food, I'll just have a vegan burger, man.
There you
The
go.
best.
Yeah.
What kind of vegan burger though? We talking Beyond, Impossible, Black Bean?
Impossible.
Beyond Burger for sure.
The better
Yeah.
too.
I would
All
say. Oh, you go, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. All right, fine. I'm gonna do a tuna sub and a
Oh.
nice glass of champagne,
Ah,
maybe a cigar, and then I
Gross.
die.
My partner
That
gets tuna
combo.
subs, stinks the fucking
I
car up,
take
bro.
mine
Smells
back.
like shit.
I've
Fuck
had
that.
enough fucking vegan burgers. I gotta go with vegan shrimp scampi.
oh,
Okay.
that sounds
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you died twice. That's cool.
Yeah. I changed mine. Not the tuna sub. It's too much bread.
Thank God.
I'll do a steak and a glass of champaign,
Okay.
and
Oh,
then I
just-
can die.
Nice.
Just a steak.
Damn.
Steak,
I'll do-
yeah. The biggest steak.
No, you gotta do a steak and then a side of asparagus, little mashed potato with parsley and
There
fresh
you
onion
go.
on top.
Mhm.
Then you get a good old can of Budweiser and a shot of Jack Honey, and I'm set.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
my go.
My meal would be the antidote to whatever lethal injection they're giving me, and then I would live.
All right, conspiracy, calm down.
We'll take it.
But if I was
There
gonna
you
die, I wouldn't even want food. I'd be like, give me a beer and a cigarette, and that's how we're going out.
That's actually pretty realistic. Yeah. Yeah.
I swap my cigar for a cigarette, just a cigarette. You can't even really inhale the cigar, so just kind of be like the idea of enjoying the last things.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Mm.
Iron Man.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Pokemon, you would definitely live in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
or that, yeah,
I'm definitely taking Iron Man's life for a week. That sounds.
that'd be sick.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I gotta go with any Tim Burton movie.
Hmm.
Preferably like, I don't know. Coraline is Cor. I had somebody argue with me about this, and I don't know if it's true or not. But initially, someone said, "Oh, Coraline's not Tim Burton," but then I found out later that apparently it is. So
I think
don't-
I told you it was.
Were you the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I told you it, then it's true.
Well,
Here,
then
I'll look
I wanna.
Can't argue.
I
with
just
that.
love that whole setting though. Like I love the whole setting of his movies and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely that.
Oh, yeah.
Good pick.
So wait, what was the circumstances? You have to live in this universe. I mean,
Yeah, for a week.
Yeah.
for a week.
Mhm.
I want to live in the Harry Potter universe
Ooh, House of
Lord of the
Universe.
Rings one,
Sick.
because I feel like to carry around a sword and shield would be
Nah.
badass.
I love Lord of the Rings, but there's no way I want to live in that universe for a week.
It's just a week. Nothing's gonna happen with your health
There's
in a
scary
week.
stuff that happens there. Scary things.
All right, Harry Potter. That's where I want to live.
The
Mhm.
Coraline was not directed or produced by Tim Burton. So
So it wasn't. Okay.
Then
Well,
it was
whoever
a different
initially told
movie.
me that is right.
yeah, it says but Burton didn't produce or direct it.
Okay.
So
But
what's
it
the other
still has
tattoo
the
you have on
same-
your arm that I had to tell somebody is Tim Burton?
Oh,
I think maybe it was Sweeney Todd.
Oh no, that's definitely Tim Burton.
Yeah, 100%.
I
Now
don't know.
I'm pissed off.
Mhm.
Any of his because that's obviously what do you call that? Sweeney Todd was more so real people and everything, whereas like obviously I can't use words right now, but Nightmare Before Christmas was obviously very cartoon based, so I want to live in the cartoon world.
All right.
So-
That's good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So I think I've asked the last question, and every single person that we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
7.
All right.
Black. Probably black.
There you go.
I have a very logical answer to this, as I
Mhm.
do with most things in
Oh my
games.
God.
Like Cards Against Humanity and all that stuff. I always have to think of the most. I try to think of logical things, and when someone asks my favorite color, I think just like for me personally, it depends on what the thing is that is the color, because obviously it depends on what it is. What do I want the color of my car to be different than what's, not everything should be the same color. So I can't have a favorite. Different things should be different colors. So it depends on what the thing is that I want colored in order for me to know what color I want it. If
You
it's
must
clothes,
be-
I usually just go black.
You must be
But-
real fun at parties then.
No,
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
worst.
terrible.
You can't
Yeah.
play any fun games.
Don't ever
When you play
invite
that
me
meme game, if you don't show him a meme that makes sense, like the picture and the caption have to make sense.
Yeah, it has to
Doesn't
make
matter.
sense together.
Doesn't matter how funny it is. It just has to make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
I would
Yeah.
say mine is like black or Tiffany blue. I like that a lot.
Ooh.
Tiffany blue.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Wow.
I gotta go
Yep,
with turquoise.
Man coming out.
Turquoise is good.
All right. So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
Instagram, Undead Alpaca.
I guess follow the band's Instagram, follow the individual members' Instagrams. In all of our bios, there's probably a link you can find that will send you to the pre-save or pre-order of the debut album coming out September 9th. So do that. Make sure you're streaming all the songs. We just crossed 300,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, which is pretty
yeah.
sick.
Congrats.
So keep streaming.
Yes. Everything Ryan said. And yeah, follow us on my social. It's ALEXCURTI _ on Instagram.
Did you just say follow us on my social?
I guess. I don't fucking know, dude.
All right. Oh, well, thank you for sounds, guys. It's been Until I Wake, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.